Aloha, everyone, and welcome back to the show. I am super excited to have my friend. I have known her for years. We met back in Seven Figure Flipping, Marizol Mendez. Welcome to the show, Marizol.
Thank you, Pili. I feel very blessed to be here in this podcast.
I am so blessed to have you, Mari. So Marizol Mendez is a wife, a mother of two amazing daughters. She and her husband, Omar Mendez, have been investing in real estate for 7 years in single family and small multifamily renovations. Currently, they own a small rental portfolio of 34 doors and are LPs in a syndication, which has provided them with financial freedom. Her focus in life is in living in the present. Love that. And growing, learning, improving, and blessing others through real estate. She loves to be a student of life, reading, morning meditation, eating healthy, helping others live a better life, and spending time with her family. She also likes to challenge herself by doing small TV commercials and modeling in her free time. Welcome, Mari.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Pili.
Yay, I am super excited to have you here. So take us a little bit on your journey because you are all about the journey. What brought you into real estate and how are you going to grow from there?
First, I have to say that I come from a very humble background. I was born in Mexico and I grew up there. So I came here to the US because this is a country of opportunities. And then I drank the Kool-Aid, so I went to school and I thought that once I graduate from my career, I was going to have everything that I wanted, right? And once I was working as a medical lab technician in a clinic, which I love the ability to help others and to help my patients, but I didn't have financial freedom, and I didn't have time freedom to spend time with my kids when they really needed me. So one day I was kind of frustrated. So I went to the library, and from all the books in the library, I grabbed the book by Robert Kiyosaki. And I just felt something that I cannot even express, but I thought it was going to change our lives before I even read it. So I came to my husband and I told him, like, Omar, read this book because this is going to change our lives. And the rest is history, I guess. I feel the book changed our lives.
I love it. And that book, Rich Dad, Poor Dad, has changed so many people's lives. I can't tell you how many times I've asked someone, how did you get into real estate? And they'll either reference that book or Robert Kiyosaki and Rich Dad, Poor Dad has been a part of their life and their journey. So I am so blessed to know that you started with that book because that opened up the doors to real estate for you. So tell us a little bit about how you jumped in and where it took you from there. What were your beginnings like in real estate?
So once we read the book, then we attend to this workshop of like 3 days, and then we just start like taking action. We start calling brokers. We start checking properties. We start checking in auction.com, and then like 4 months later, once we read the book and attend the workshop, we bought our first property, which to be honest, we did not make money. We make a bunch of mistakes. All the mistakes that someone can make, we overpay.
So let's dive deep into this because a lot of my listeners are exactly at that moment, but they don't want to make those mistakes. So tell us a little bit about the mistakes you made and how you did not let those mistakes stop you.
First, we really wanted a deal, so we didn't follow numbers. We follow our feelings, which is not good.
Oh no.
First rule. And then we just didn't know what we didn't know. So we make a bunch of mistakes. We didn't know about how to really do rehabs, how to budget, how to hire contractors. But I have to say that I didn't, once we sold the property and we realized that technically we didn't make money, I just told my husband, let's still go out and let's celebrate this. And he's like, why? And I am, because we learned so much and we are going to become better. This is not going to stop our dreams. And after that, we make more deals and we make more profit.
I love the fact that you celebrated your win. Although on paper, it didn't look like a win. The stress you probably went through, and all my house flippers out there know that stress, especially when you're just starting. You always have that one, all that information that you don't know. I love the fact that you celebrated it. You are the first person that has come on my podcast. We're almost at the 1,000 mark that has said, I've celebrated what others might think of as a failure because you knew, Marisol, and then this is your amazing mindset, and I'm so happy to call you my friend. You knew that you were going to learn from it. So what were some of the steps that you took to learn from that mistake and to grow into the house flipper, into the renovator, into the rental holder that you are now today?
Well, first, I think that like the experience give us the opportunity to like, I have to say that we became closer as a couple also, because having a business and being a business partner when your wife or husband can be challenging. So we have learned to work together, and we have learned that Omar is very good as an integrator. I am better as a visionary, and I don't get into his things and he doesn't get into my things. And we learn to, well, we're still learning to separate that, because sometimes, as everyone knows, it can be challenging.
So let's dive into it a little bit about that, because that's the probably other largest question I get a lot is, how do Jason and I work together as a husband and wife? Like, how do we face those challenges? So I'm going to ask you the same question. How do you face the challenges of marriage and family and business as a partnership with Omar?
Well, I think that we learn to really, we have the same goal, and we are working towards the same goal. Sometimes when we don't agree, we just talk why we don't agree. And then, for example, if we are going to get into a deal and I see things that he doesn't see, but I take the time to listen to him and he takes the time to listen to me. And then if we still feel weird about it, I will be, okay, I prefer not to do this deal because our marriage matters more than the deal. And it's how we have done it, I guess. We learned that it's okay to not agree in everything, but we just listen to each other and we go from there.
I love it. So for all my couples out there, I want you to rewind. You've probably just pressed that 15 back button twice. Mm-hmm. Listen to what Marisol just said. It is okay, and this is for all partnerships. It's okay for you not to agree with your partner, with your spouse, with whoever it is you're working with, but to listen and to communicate. That, I mean, that's what it's all about, right? I mean, Marisol, you hear me say this all the time. Those relationships turn into partnerships, but you still have to cultivate and strengthen that relationship as that partnership grows. So thank you for sharing that. So let's go back to, I think it was 2018, maybe 2017. Maybe it was 2018. Not really sure. When we first met each other. I think the first conversation we had, we were out on a run with Becca Shea, and This was in San Diego, and we were both a part of Seven Figure Flipping. And we were both in this part of our lives where we were growing. So tell me a little bit about your growth then and how it translates into what you're doing now in large multifamily.
Well, first of all, I feel very blessed for being part of a seven-figure flipping group. I think that it's really important to surround yourself with people that they are looking to grow and to improve their lives and also their business. And I feel like the group really helped us to dream bigger, and it helped us to see things that we didn't even see about ourselves. And I think that that's really important. Great mentors.
Yes.
And it has helped us grow in the way that before the group we thought, oh, doing 5 houses a year or 7 houses, whoa. And look, we don't do 100 houses either, because we believe that life has to have a balance. But since we joined the group, we were doing an average of 20 or 20 plus houses flipping. But lately we have, I think that we have changed our business model. Before we were concentrating more in flips. Now we are concentrating more in passive cash flow and wealth, because before it was more like get rich, but it was not really like get wealthy. And now we are focusing more in creating a legacy for our kids and their kids.
I love it. You're creating a legacy for your kids and their kids. How are you doing that? You jumped into 7-figure flipping and you create this amazing business. I mean, to go from 0 to 1 to 2 to 20 a year, that's huge in flipping. But now your mindset has changed. Tell me a little bit about how that mindset changed and what you are doing today.
Well, now we're focusing more in multifamily. I think that's more easy to scale. It will be really difficult to buy 100 or 200 houses. It makes more sense to concentrate in multifamily, because it's something that can be scalable, and it can generate very good cash flow.
Fantastic. How did you start getting into multifamily? Tell me about the growth into that, from single family to flipping. You're growing. How did you find out about multifamily, and why are you jumping into multifamily instead of just staying in flipping?
I think there was kind of an accident. So like 3 years ago, we noticed this a small multifamily, which it was a template that it went into a foreclosure. So we got it for like $60,000. The city was telling us that we needed to demolish the building, but we asked them if we prove with engineers that is still that we can still remodel that. Will you guys let us? They agree, and basically we went in there. We completely remodeled the templates, and then once we remodeled that and we stabilized it, we went to the bank. We got a line of credit, and what it was really cool is that we got all our money back, plus a little bit more, and we were cash flowing. I think that we were cash flowing, or we are still cash flowing over 3,000. And we thought, wow, that does not happen in a single family. So we noticed it was scalable. And that's why we love multifamily.
I love it. Tell me about your latest deal. You just closed on some land.
We closed in some land. So our next step, or our goal this year, is to start developing multifamily. So our goal is to start in March or April. We feel excited about it. It's something new for us, and I am pretty sure that we are going to be learning lots of things that we do not know right now, but I think that it has potential, and we are happy to learn.
I love it. So get this, everyone, to my listeners. I met Marisol when she was just starting to scale up, almost hitting that 20 flip a year mark. And then she jumps into 7-figure multifamily and starts upscaling her multifamily business. And now Marisol can call herself a developer. So that is amazing growth. Marisol, can you tell us a little bit about how 7-figure multifamily has helped you upscale your multifamily business?
First, I think that it has helped me dream. I think that when you surrender yourself, when people that they are doing so much more, it helps me think like I can do it also, and that's so powerful. And then what is also powerful is to have people that support you and that they are cheering for you. Like we have an accountability group where we can go in there and say our wins, but also our struggles. And we all have wins, but we are all have struggles also. And it's important to have that support. I think that being a real estate investor, it can be a little bit lonely. It's something that I don't speak with other people, and I feel so comfortable just talking about my goals in a safe space where I don't feel judged.
That is everything. To have that safe space, to have that place where you can go, where you know that you are with other people who probably went through similar struggles as an entrepreneur, as a leader, as a wife, as a partner, as a husband. We all go through these struggles, and it helps when you join a mastermind with accountability, having the ability to hold yourself accountable and to be amongst others that are holding themselves accountable. I mean, I think that's gold. Like, I think that's everything. Just, you need peers, you need people to talk to. What do you think?
Yes, and I have to mention something. I don't know if you can will remember this, but when we were running 3 years ago, something like that, I say, oh, like I want to make 1 million, right? $1 million. And you say, Marisol, why do you want to make 1 million? You should be shooting for 2 or 3. And that's what I love about these groups. They're like, we're always like, if we say 1 million, other people think like, why not shoot for even more? You can do it.
You can. And being a part of a group that has those dreams, but not only those dreams, because let's talk about this too, because I know you know what I'm going to ask you about now. It's having these big dreams and being around others that have these amazing goals and dreams, and they think big and they're visionaries and they have this all-encompassing goal. But what's missing? Those action steps to get you to those goals. And that is what we were discussing. I remember it. We got the action steps. So Marisol, what are some action steps that you are taking to get yourself to your big goal?
Well, first of all, I think that's really important to know where you are right now and where do you want to go. So the action steps that we're taking is pretty much, we have an accountability group where we say in there, what are we going to do weekly? And we just follow that. And following that, it will help us get to the goal that we're looking to get.
Those actionable steps. Can you give us a couple of your actionable steps that you're taking right now?
For example, I want to become an amazing underwriter. So one of my action steps is to underwrite at least 2 deals a week.
See, there you go. You want something. You're going to take the action to get it. You're going to put the time in to get it, and it's quantifiable. If you do 2 deals a week, then you're going to become better at underwriting. It's just, you put the time in and it'll happen. So all my listeners out there, if there is a goal that you want to get done, I implore you, follow what Marisol is doing. Set those bite-sized action steps. And if you follow this podcast, I have talked about this over and over again. So if you're not going to listen to me, listen to Marisol. Set those actionable steps to get you to that big goal that you want. But it has to be these daily small, even the small steps. Take those steps to get yourself to this goal. So Marisol, before I let you go, and this has been an amazing podcast, thank you so much. What's some actionable advice that you can give my audience to take today, this week, this month, as they step into 2022?
I will tell for my mistakes. In the past, I used to always live in the future, and I think that's awesome. But I had one problem. I did not live in the present, and I didn't really enjoy the present. So my advice to your audience is that whatever you do in life, make sure to dream big, but also enjoy the present, and enjoy family and friends, and don't ever give up. We all have obstacles, but we can overcome them.
Don't ever give up.
Yeah,
I like that. That's a good statement to leave this podcast with. So for my audience, for my listeners out there, if you're at that point where you're feeling a feeling that either you don't deserve something, or it's not happening, or whatever it is that you're feeling, because I feel it too, Mari, I know you get this too. Sometimes it's just that one door you haven't opened. It's that one step you haven't taken. It's that one person you haven't listened to. Maybe it's that one podcast you just listened to that takes you to that next step. And then you find the strength to take the next step and the next step and the next step until you reach that goal. And then once you reach that goal, you reach that other goal, and you keep on growing. So, Marisol, don't ever give up.
I won't.
Thank you so much, Marisol, for coming on. If my listeners want to know more about you, want to get to know you, how can they get a hold of you?
You guys can send me a message through Messenger, through Facebook. And here in the future, I will open a LinkedIn account. That's one of my goals.
Fantastic. Well, bite-sized goal for you to get that LinkedIn account. Go get it.
Yep.
So, Marisol, thank you so much. And for all my listeners, I am so grateful. I'm so grateful to you for listening today. If you want to learn more about large multifamily, we actually have a huge conference going down in June. For more information, please tap that link below. And of course, if you have a moment, please rate, review, and subscribe. It would mean the world to me. Again, grateful to you, Marisol. Grateful to you, my listeners. So much aloha, so much love, so much peace. Have an amazing day. Aloha.